Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world beyond magic and miracles, which includes magic and miracles. Welcome. I'm all glittered up today to wish everyone a happy new year. It's New Year's Eve day, and it's just my honor to be here, the one that happens to be doing the last Advancement Center broadcast of 2025. And it's exciting. Sorry, I'm still fixing myself. Welcome, everyone. There's so much. But of all days, today, this morning at probably 3 something a.m., 3:09 a.m. That's funny. I was born at 3 a.m. A message came in from the beings that I've been sharing just in the last little while. I haven't spoken about this much before. I actually hadn't had this experience before where communications have shown up in my life from beings that I remember, that I know. My brain can't explain it, but my heart feels it. And this one, whose message of this morning so resonated with me, it felt like it was for me, but I feel like it's for all of humanity. And I wanted to share it. I wasn't sure at what point I would, but I just got a really clear signal that I'd like to share it now. So here it is. Friends of my own heart, I have loved you since your beginning. We have journeyed through timelessness to complete this moment. I understand your struggles, and to this I speak. This communication will not be understood without a spiritual perspective. Do not merely open your mind, but open your heart. Truth can never make sense to those unawakened in duality. It is entirely possible to receive this message in spirit. Many have believed that revenge and war is the answer for peace. This is not only a lie, but the opposite of the desired outcome will arrive energetically. This is cause and effect, for which you have learned well by now. If you treat someone like a wild animal, they will respond and trigger to reflect your worst nightmare. Think before you speak. Pause before you act. The answer is light, and this is not just a phrase of convenience. Light overcomes darkness with frequency. Kindness is power. But you have lost this truth, and many move onward with no sense of hope and poor decisions. There is more, so much more. Step back, detach, and observe. Here is the place of clarity. Hold your tongue as you set your intention for finding true peace within, only within. You must find this place to survive what is unfolding before you now. Corruption is being exposed in small droplets. The dam will break and there will be massive unrest in proportions not experienced or known in many lives. Fear nothing, as I will protect with my light forces. But free will is your gift, which can quickly become your enemy if you side with deceit. Be peaceful with yourself, your family, and your neighbors. Be honorable and courageous in all things. Stand for what is good and know that war of any kind has never been the answer. I am with you now, and as commander of the Galactic Federation, I speak light over the planet. Indeed, we soon meet face to face. Eniki Maia, I love you so. Elder Ikai. So that's the message I awoke to this morning, among others. As I am seeing in the news, a lot is unfolding, and I believe after the first of the year, like perhaps starting on January 1st, things on planet Earth will get a little crazy. It's already crazy, but it's going to go to another level. And to receive this amazing message of love, to receive this guidance, to remember our true nature, is just the most amazing gift. I feel at tremendous peace in my own being. I feel at the same time a tremendous excitement. I'm so looking forward to what we honor here on planet Earth as one of our years, this created time. The year 2025 comes to an end so that a new year may begin. It's an interesting concept, time, but I'm going with it because any excuse to celebrate, to join with those we love, to meet new people, perhaps, which I get to do tonight as my sweet love is playing right downtown in our sweet little town of Nevada City, playing, singing music with his band. And I'm just looking forward to being out amongst people, some I know, some I don't, just to be out. It's always been a joy to me to just go out amongst people. I did it for many, many years all alone, just by myself, which several of my friends never understood. How could you go out by yourself? But there's something that happens. I think often people who choose to travel alone to other parts of the world, other countries, will have this experience. You just have experiences you don't have when you're with another. First time, my most memorable, well, I had some interesting traveling experiences when I was very young. I had the great good fortune to have parents who sent me off to Denmark for a couple summers for an entire month because my best friend from first grade and her family lived there. But what I recall in my early 20s, living in San Francisco, still being pretty shy, and this person I was dating at the time encouraged me to go out and do things by myself. And it was really a lot of fun because you meet people that you wouldn't have met if you were preoccupied with someone by your side. Although, I'm going to update that. I'll finish my story and then I'll update that. So when I was, again, very young, I went off to Lake Tahoe to go skiing one winter all by myself. It was quite a thing to do alone. I had a frightening moment driving in the snow-covered ground with a rear-wheel drive vehicle. It all worked out fine, but it was fun to be out amongst people and meeting new people, because that's what happens when you're alone. So here's the update that I just received that I have to share. And that is the beauty of finding your mate, finding that person here on planet Earth that pretty much from the moment you start speaking to each other. I have a squirrel coming to the window to say hello. The minute the connection begins, you know you've known this person. It feels like a new meeting. You have no recollection of having met them before here on this physical planet Earth. But there's some deep feeling in your being that you know this person so well. And after 64 years on planet Earth, I had the great good fortune to reunite with the love of my life, who we may have crossed paths, but so the update is this. When he and I are together, there is so much love, so much joy, so much happiness between us that it spreads. Everyone around us feels it. And he probably coined this, but it's really funny. We say, oh, they've been exponentialized, because you can feel it when others feel your joy and your happiness. It's an amazing frequency that just spreads like that pebble dropping in a pond, how the waves just ripple out and everyone is affected. So this message that I began with from Elder Kai is amazing, a message of love, in which he's presenting us with information, which I always love information here on physical planet Earth. It gives me a sense of awareness, a sense of comfort when I have a knowing feeling of what's going on around me. I can relax into it just because I know. It's not necessarily, if it's knowing something good or bad, that's not the point. It's just knowing what's around. And it gives me a tremendous sense of peace as the awareness of my being grows. As we've said many times here at the Advancement Center, we are so much more than these physical bodies. And I love how this family of Tegeta, which I've been sharing recently, their posts, the words, there's this, all I can say is the tremendous peace. I remember many years ago, as I say this word, I had not grown up with religion or spirituality in my life. I was raised by parents that consider themselves atheists. One rejected the religion he was brought up with because it was so cruel to him as a child. The other was brought up with no religion. Her parents didn't practice anything. And yet she was beat up as a young child for being of that heritage. And she didn't even know what that meant. So being raised in that way, and with parents who were actually quite wonderful in the sense that they just let me be. They let me pursue whatever I wanted, whatever made me happy. It was an amazing freedom, actually. And as I've shared many times here, I've talked about my awareness, seeing a short film when I was very young called The Powers of 10, which just opened my little brain. So I knew there was way more to me and to us than these physical bodies. I don't think I could have explained it to anyone. I didn't speak about it to anyone back then. And then many years later, in my 20s, someone I worked with shared a spiritual being on planet Earth with me, and I saw this serenity in this being's eyes, and I just said, that's what I want. I want that peace. It was many years ago. And I am more at peace now than I've ever been. I still struggle with a lot of worrying, WHIRRING, whirling energies around me. I'm so sensitive. I feel so much. It's a lot of input for this being, this physical being. But with this beautiful guidance that I'm receiving from my angels, I feel so supported. And I want that for everyone. So what I do here is I share my own personal experiences. For those that may listen live or may listen in the future, or may just get this message, not here through the screen, but through the waves, the ripple that is going out with this frequency, covering the planet Earth and beyond. I'm here just to share my wisdom, my love, and my wish for each and every one of you as we take off into this new year, 2026, which will be so different to any of us have ever experienced before. I send off with each of you with absolute conviction that you will have a perfect life with perfect health and the most unimaginably magic future. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy New Year. I am Genya.